Good evening. This is my MX-5, and for a couple months now I've been thinking about a wing. You may be asking, it's a wing, what's special about it? Well, it's sort of like the sex child between a P1 and a Pagani Huayra. So I won't go into any more detail. First off, I want to talk about the car that I'm putting it on. So my MX-5, it is a 2004 Mark 2.5, the 1.8 litre variant. It is a special edition, a euphonic. Only 2,000 were apparently ever produced, although if you look on some websites it does say that there are more. Bit confusing there, not entirely sure, but not really a problem. So we know the car now, let's move on to the build. So starting off with some aluminium composite sign material, and then bent it to roughly the shape I wanted, filled on the sides with some metal mesh to try and just give it a bit of rigidity. Turned out to be really strong. So quite happy with that. And obviously painted it white. Later on I then just changed it to black. So maybe I will change it back to white. Went and got a second-hand boot lid because I didn't desperately want to fuck mine. So got it home, cleaned it up a bit and primered the bits of metal that I cleaned up. First proper good look of the wing on the car. Obviously there's no mounts, but that was my next objective. So these are my janky mounts, stronger than the ones that I bought, but people didn't like them, so I changed them. Just roughly getting the motor lined up, as well as putting some RGB in, because why not? And then 3D printed some prototype parts. Didn't end up using them, but it was still quite cool to know roughly what it would look like. And there was the final bit, ready for testing. This is Jap Fest, or Japanese meet in Reading. I went to just outside B&Q, I believe. And that was the first time that it went on the car. I went to a car meet. The other times were just testing. And this is where I got my shout out. So,
oh, here we go! He's going after one of the criminals! Go get him! Usually, I go around the back of the car. I really can't be bothered. Basically, I need a trolley, but there aren't any. But I reckon the car for me here is this MX-5 with active aero. Check out that DIY spoiler with a flap that's electronically assisted to raise when it needs more downforce. The boots had to be like, I don't know, extra strengthened it seems, and there's a bit of on it.
So, thought I'd just follow up with the video. I already OBS recorded this, so Might be just be that. Anyway, order placed. Technical tracker. So we got step drivers, step motors, some vinyl tape, a GPS, gyro, vinyl tape, and some wing mounts. As much as I love my wing mounts at the moment, they're a bit little update on the wing, doing a lot of just cable management and wiring up them two. So they've come down and then straight into the wing. Obviously there's going to be a bit of sealant there or something, but here's the actual wiring. So you've got two cables, so this wire and that top one, it's that flap and that flap 2 and 4. I've tied them up same as 1 and 5, so for the moment anyway, they're just going to do the exact same on each side. So them two, they just connected together straight into them. So you've got 4 lots, straight into the Arduino. Stuff like the that is the GPS and that is the gyro. Gyro I cannot really get working for some reason, or I don't really know what I've done. Sorry, it works. So I'll try and give an example. So it's flat, I move it up, the motor will move, and then I'll put it back flat, and then the motor will just go up and keep on going. So don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to give the GPS a try, but obviously for me to give that a try, that needs to be done. So tonight is going to be probably quite a long one, as I need to get the 3rd flap, which is the middle one, somehow wired. I don't know where I'm going to do the wiring. Route, but that needs to come in, go to the Arduino, which will be in its own separate one. And then, yeah, get all the positive and negatives sorted out. In fairness, that bit's quite easy, because that doesn't actually need to go into there, although I may put it in, don't know yet. So yeah, I have some incredible news. It's a bit jank, but just go with me. So we have this red one, which is connected to the ground. So momentarily, the wing, because I can't get any of the sensors to work, it's going to be button operated. The 5th one I haven't actually wired in yet, so I have to do something with that at some point. So unfortunately, there's going to be another jump again. Mainly as the way that I had it before this jump, which I'll see if I can point out in a clip somewhere, would have been, the motors would have been directly driving a shaft almost. That would have pushed the wing up and pushed it down. The motors weren't powerful enough and torquey enough to be able to lift it up and hold it with enough weight on the wing. So that's why there's a very quick, sudden, and then there's some gearboxes in there. That's why that is. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't take any videos of it, as I was quite pissed off after wiring it all in. So yeah. And hopefully the last and final update, it just needs coding now, so the last time will be on here before it's on the car. So quick reminder, motors, worm gear drive, new 3D printed housing, questionable waterproofing, and then underneath we've got our Arduino Uno breadboard. day. It's gonna take about 2 hours, 90 odd miles. So yeah, I'll put you on a bit later. So I quickly thought I should say, this is my first ever track day. Don't really know what I'm doing, so I planned out to be a couple of laps, try and get to know the track to the best of my abilities, and then 3 laps with the wing off, and then 3 laps with the wing on, compare times and things like that. Unfortunately, as you're about to see, that didn't go as planned. So, fortunately, nothing was broken in the crash. The car was fine, a bit dirty, and that was about it. The unfortunate bit was something happened to either code or something jumped on all the gearboxes, and so that was it pretty much for the wing. All the gearboxes were dead, and it wasn't something that I could repair there. So yeah, it's the end of the video. A bit shit of an ending, but I had planned for Mark III wing, so that's in the works. Haven't started it just yet, as I want to get this video out first and a couple other little projects out the way. But it's not dead. It will be revived, we'll say. And hopefully we can actually see how much of a difference it makes, and yeah. So stay tuned for that. It probably won't be the next video, but I'm pretty sure it'll be coming soon. Next year, probably. So, thank you very much. There are some pictures that the Javelin track days people took of my car going round, so I'll put them on as the video ends.